And of course, we checked. There's only been a handful of state takeovers recently. We look to what's next for Fort Worth ISD, and that's going to take us south, where Houston ISD was put under TAA control. That was back in 2023. The takeover there has actually been extended now through at least 2027. Our Andrea Lucia has a look at that and how it's played out so far.
What do we do?
When the Texas Education Agency arrived in Houston nearly 3 years ago, it was met with protests.
There was intense community pushback, particularly because there had never been a district at Houston size that had seen a state takeover, seen its elected board members replaced, seen its superintendents replaced.
Megan Menchaca, a senior education reporter for the Houston Chronicle, says much of the controversy stems from the state's choice for superintendent, Mike Miles, who's implemented reforms with little pushback from a board also appointed by the state.
The board meetings, of course, still happen, but because community members and voters aren't able to vote board members out, they don't necessarily have a direct way to hold these board members accountable for decisions that they dislike.
Does the appointed board have community events? Do they have public outreach? Is there any kind of...
No. You send them an email and you get an automatic response.
Jackie Anderson heads Houston's teachers union and said her heart stopped when she learned the TEA would be taking over Fort Worth ISD too.
But if the same thing happens to you that happened here, you'll see your district destroyed, you'll see property sold, you'll see 30,000, 40,000 students leaving, you'll see 5,000 to 6,000 teachers leaving.
Overall, HISD schools, though, did receive better grades from the TEA this past year. Evidence the district's new leadership says its methods are working. But critics remain skeptical. Some reforms have included changing when students take certain STAR tests, like the biology exam.
And then they can take the STAR exam a year later than is typical. But that, of course, if you give students another year of instruction, more of them are going to pass.
A better solution, some have argued, is more funding. And that is one thing a state takeover doesn't come with.
It does not come with money. No, ma'am. It does not come with money. And we kept asking.
Does it come with anything?
Not really.
Anderson says she doubts this will stop with Fort Worth and believes communities across the state need to be paying attention because they could be next. Andrea Lucia, CBS News, Texas.
That's funny. Andrea talks about who could be next. Well, Fort Worth ISD may not be alone. Just 15 miles away, the Lake Worth School District also at risk of a state takeover after years of failing grades. Mike Morath did visit Lake Worth ISD, in fact, earlier this week, but says a takeover decision there has not yet been made.
And of course, this is a story we'll be following in the weeks, in the months ahead as things change and develop. Stay with CBS News Texas here on air and online for the latest updates.